16 crazy new bugs for Minecraft Bedrock Edition that you might not have known about. These are all new in the 1.20 update, and there's some really fun stuff that you might not have seen. You want to know what's stupid? Sleeping before bed. Let me demonstrate. So if you sleep and then immediately get into a bed, you're gonna have the sleeping animation while you're still in the bed, and if the other person isn't sleeping, well, it's just gonna keep going. That's the stupidest thing I have seen all day. The skin does not help. He's doing a backstroke. That's what he is. Mojang, you don't need to fix this one. This can stay in the game. This is all right. We're okay with this. Some things can just be left as is. Next up, we have an infinite elytra glitch that can basically give you infinite flight without rockets, assuming you have some ground. So basically how you do this is you just jump and then hold the jump button, and that'll make it so that when you land, you instantly jump again, and then you just keep activating your elytra after every time you go vertical. It's easier to do this in third person, that way you can see when you need to reactivate your elytra, and it's kind of difficult to do, but if you get it right, it's actually pretty amazing. I've been messing around with this for a few minutes, and it is kind of difficult. Let me know if you found a reliable way to do this down in the comments, because I've been running around this world back and forth so much. If you don't have any rockets, or if you're just going between builds, maybe in another hub for example, this is actually a great glitch to use. And next up we got a bug with the Riptide Trident. So if you're crouching and you try and use your Riptide Trident, you're actually only going to go vertical. As you can see, I didn't go forwards at all. And if we like just hold it regularly, then as you can see, I get launched to the side. So if you're aiming downwards, you actually just like stay in place and you just glitch straight into the ground. It's kind of weird. If I uncrouch, then of course we start moving to the side. It can basically only move you vertically when you're crouching, which is super strange, but maybe it's kind of useful for like parkour or maybe an elevator or something. This bug allows you to trap yourself or a friend inside of a boat or anything else that you can ride. So you might be familiar with the emote wheel that allows you to do an emote, but if you hold that button, that'll bring up this little menu that allows you to do a quick emote without going into the wheel. And all you need to do is ride something immediately after doing a quick emote, and then you'll actually be trapped in there. So I did the quick emote and got in the boat. I'm pressing shift or space, and I literally cannot get out of this. So you could trap someone on a boat or on a horse or whatever. The only way to get out is to ride into another boat or break the boat. If you combine this with a bug that allows you to send boats into the void under the world, you could really trap someone. I kind of discovered a secondary bug with this. My emote menu is just permanently up, and I can't get rid of it. So now I can just do quick emotes whenever I want, which is kind of stupid. Real quick, if you enjoyed today's video, then consider subscribing to help us reach 600,000. Thanks, and let's get back to the bugs. This bug might be up for debate, so let me know what you think, but if you are swimming and your head is above water like this, you can still drown and take drowning damage. Do you think that this is intended, or do you think that you should have to be in this mode of swimming in order to not drown? Let me know. This only affects the realms as far as I know, but if you catch a baby pink axolotl in a bucket, that'll crash your realm like instantly. Try it out, maybe. Maybe don't try it out. That's not nice. Don't do that. But look how cute it is. You need to catch one. For science. This bug is really weird, so check out the paper doll in the upper right. We're currently falling. This only happens when you're holding an item, and when you're in first person view, it just goes absolutely ham and just completely dies. I don't know what the problem is, but it's not having a good time. That is the stupidest thing. I've been building a wither skeleton farm for the last couple weeks, and it's really annoying because zombie pigmen can actually spawn on wither roses. They definitely should not spawn on wither roses, and they actively take damage when they spawn on there, but what you can do is you can put a block to the north and the west made out of glass, and that'll somehow prevent the zombie pigmen from spawning. If you have a glass block above your wither roses, it will also completely prevent all spawns in there. Like literally nothing can spawn right here. Typically you would think that, you know, oh yeah, you just get a wither skeleton in there and that would be fine. And you know, you might also get a pigman in there because of bugs. But nope, literally nothing will spawn if you have any block above that wither rose. The only block that works is an unlit campfire. That will actually allow things to spawn on the wither rose. and then instantly push them out so that they fall to the side, as you can see right here. Literally the only thing that works. It's so weird. Like, what? And now for some quickfire small bugs that you probably didn't know about. There's a tiny, almost imperceptible gap between shulker boxes. As you can see, it's just so tiny. You can actually reach through this gap and press things like buttons, however, if you are just incredibly accurate. Yeah, so maybe you could like build a wall out of shulker boxes and have like the hardest button to press in history. Let's take out some anger. If you kill armor stands with a fire aspect 2 sword, they're not actually gonna drop the armor stand item itself. Those two I killed with my sword, but these ones that die from the actual fire, as you can see, did not drop an armor stand. Now you're probably wondering why that one dropped a glowstone, and that's the same reason I'm wearing a glowstone on my head. This is even more proof that armor stands are alive. I mean, look at that. It's got the same damage sound as the player. There's a new bug where you can no longer place buttons on top of walls or fences anymore, which is kind of unfortunate because that was a really nice decoration option. Now, you can see even if I try and put it there with a command, it'll just instantly pop off. So yeah, you just cannot do this anymore. If you have a button on a wall or a fence post in your world, keep it forever. It's now a cursed item, just like all of this very cursed stuff right here. Actually, you know what? This stuff over here is more cursed. I have a lot of good cursed things, but I didn't quite get this one because why would you think that this would ever be removed? And yet another bug with the lousy 2x2 spruce trees. When you grow a 2x2 spruce tree, it does not convert moss into podzol. Absolutely game breaking. I don't know how critical bugs like this get past Mojang. It's just literally unplayable. So as you might know, enchanting tables are a little bit specific about how they're set up. This one has all the bookshelves required to be level 30, but if we put a torch right here, for example, that's going to take it down to level 28. Now, what's weird about this is if you have a sign or an item frame or a torch in any of these locations, like in the airspace above it, that is also going to block the detection of those bookshelves. As you can see, it's now a level 16, which is kind of ridiculous. This means it's actually impossible to have a 2-dimensional enchanting setup, like if you wanted to have a 1 block tall base, for example. As you can see, these blocks up here actually prevent you from getting any efficiency out of your enchanting setup. Well, I guess you get efficiency 1, but that's not what I meant. There's also one serious bug that's just like really annoying for anyone with a Bedrock dedicated server, and it has to do with your server whitelist. So this is what a typical little whitelist would look like, and the issue is that this right here is what the whitelist looks like if you add someone to it just generically. But even if you have that player in the whitelist, they still would not be able to join your server because it now requires the XUID to also be in the whitelist. So we had to go through hundreds and hundreds of players and add in that XUID for every single one of them. So previously, if you were to try and join the server and it looked like this right here, it would automatically add in the XUID, but now it prevents you from joining until it's in there. And of course, we discovered this bug after we reset for our new season of Derptopia and Whispercraft, so everybody had issues joining for the first couple of days. It was lovely. By the way, we have fan servers that you can join for free, or if you're a patron, channel member, Twitch sub, whatever you might be, check out the video in the upper right or down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, then drop a like and maybe share it around so that other people can enjoy it too. And thank you so much for watching. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already to help us reach 600,000 subscribers. Thank you so much yet again. I'll see you guys down in the comments and in the next one.